about us being able to be self-motivated. Self-motivation comes from a sense of responsibility. Where in the story did that boy have a sense of responsibility? What happened where he had a sense of responsibility, where he felt like it was up to him to take control of the situation? What happened there? Yeah, they said something about his family. He's like, that is not going down. That is not going down, right? Earlier, I told you guys in the story, we can't have this conversation without you knowing that you're a king. You have a sense of responsibility to yourself to be that scenario, right? That's why we can't have this conversation unless you understand that. You have a sense of responsibility to be who you are on the inside, really. Not who people tell you you are, not who you think you are, who you really are. And you're all kings. You have that responsibility, right? So he was aware of his responsibility. He was aware of the things that he needed to do versus all the noise that was outside of him, right? Again, the armor was too big. He didn't know how to do weapons. His family, who were warriors, were hiding, right? But he's like, I have a responsibility. It doesn't even matter that that's a giant and he's killed all kinds of other people. It doesn't matter to me. I have a responsibility, right? So it doesn't matter that a referee makes the bad call. Your responsibility is to be respectful and to be the best on the court, to wear a crown on the court. It doesn't matter that your teammate messed up or your coach is making a bad call or that you just missed 15 shots. None of that matters. Right? What matters is you have a responsibility to be the highest version of yourself possible. Okay? All right. So as long as we're focused on doing our best in that moment, then we'll see like our self-motivation starts changing for ourselves. Okay? And that's what you have to be able to focus on. All right. So the last thing is us being able to play through mistakes. So one of the things that happened that we talked about is that he didn't have any gear that really fit. Right? Things weren't really going right for him. If you think about that, have you guys ever been in a basketball game where things don't go right for you? Yeah. Matter of fact, basketball is all about failure. Isn't it interesting that we wouldn't even play basketball if we could make every shot? You'd have zero interest in it. Matter of fact, I'll think about this. A lot of times we walk constantly, right? Nobody, I mean, people actually do this, but not many people want to play walking. Nobody wants to play walking. Why? Because you know you're going to hit the next step most likely, right? But you like playing basketball because you might miss, right? You love playing basketball because you could possibly make a mistake, right? Those are the reasons that you play the game, but then you let those reasons stop you. Isn't that interesting? Like, man, I had 15 turnovers. Yeah, you have 15 turnovers. That's why you play the game. If you couldn't have those turnovers, you wouldn't even have fun. So embrace those kinds of mistakes that happen inside of the game. The misses, all of that's part of the reason that you're doing it. If it was easy, you wouldn't want to do it, right? If all that was not challenging, you wouldn't want to do it. So we need to be able to say, look, whatever the scenario is, I actually can get through this scenario because this is part of what I'm doing already, okay? People said that he was too small. And sometimes it'll be people around you, but the worst time is whenever it's you inside of yourself saying that you're not good enough. That's whenever the challenge keeps us from going through the mistakes. And the thing about our sheep guy is that he was more aware of what he was trying to do. He was more aware of the task at hand than what the idea that he didn't fit the mode of being able to go do the battle. You can't watch other people to decide whether you're good enough or not. You have to stay focused on the inside and know, like, this is my thing, and I'm going to keep working at it. Okay? All right. So the last one is, or the last idea about playing through mistakes is us being able to just be more aware, and I kind of highlighted this a little bit, but us being able to be more aware on the mission. So if you get caught up in the game situation, let's say I mentioned earlier, down by 10, 1 minute left, and you're like, man, I've missed 20 shots already, and I can't do it, can't make the next one because I'm just not good today, right? Instead of having the thought that says, look, I got a mission. The goal is to close that gap here in the next 15, 20 seconds. That's what I have